Yep. Welcome back here on the red carpet for the Minnesota Micro Film Festival. I'm Blythe Whealy, and this is all funded by the Minnesota Humanities Center. So we are so grateful that they are helping us bring this festival to you. Alongside me is Elizabeth Day and her film Without Arrows. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
And you are the producer and co-director of this film, and I want to just help our audience get caught up with us and up to speed on a little bit of a backstory on this film and what inspired you to get a part of it.
Jonathan Olszewski started filming The Fiddler Family in 2011, and we were introduced through Shirley Sneevy, and Jonathan sent me some footage that he had been shooting with the family. He put together a little work sample, and I fell in love. His cinematography is amazing, and I watched it with my dad, and watching my dad watch the footage and seeing himself represented was amazing, and I thought, this is something I want to be a part of.
And I love that you brought the family tie, getting to have that moment with your dad as well. And Elizabeth, I also want to touch on, you mentioned it, the 13 years that this film was filmed, and what maybe relationships you had with the family throughout this long process.
I really have to give it to Jonathan for really embedding himself with the Fiddler family. He was just a one-man show with his camera. The Fiddlers really gave access for this amazing film to be made. The entire Fiddler family is just so incredible, and it's really special that they let us into their lives.
Can you touch on the culture a little bit more for people that aren't as familiar with it to get to know more?
Yeah, so I'm an Ojibwe woman. I'm from Leech Lake in northern Minnesota, and this is a Lakota story, and there are so many similarities in our culture that it's really special and fun to find the universality in not only Native tribes, but with everyone in the world, and family relationships are really special and universal.
What are you hoping the audience is taken away from this film when they leave the theater today?
I think representation is so important, and it's really important that we bring a better understanding of what it is to be a modern urban Indian, a modern reservation Indian into the realm of the world. So representation, I think, is important.
Always important. And I think too, with filmmaking, sometimes comes challenges along the way and things that you need to overcome. Was there anything like that in this film that you needed to persevere through?
The edit was a beast. Having 13 years of footage, we really made 3 different films along the way, and when you decide that you are going to be a person in a documentary, you become very vulnerable, and it's our jobs as filmmakers to protect that person and that family, but also still tell a true story. So it's really a weird process being a documentary filmmaker. I don't know if I would ever go through that myself, because it's so strange. Like, what are 82 minutes in your life that someone will tell your story through? It's kind of a bizarre process. So,
well, now whoever's listening, maybe they are going to make a documentary on you, Elizabeth. But lastly, I just want to touch on what's next for you. You kind of talked about, obviously, with this film, you almost had 3 films worth of footage. Is there something else that's coming up, or is this even going to have another part?
well, for this, I really am encouraging John to keep filming with the Fiddler family to see what the next generation is looking like. For myself, I'm actually doing a scripted project. It's called Native Love Jams. It's a Native rom-com, and it's around Indigenous food sovereignty, and 2 chefs go foraging and fall in love in a berry patch.
Well, this is exciting. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you shared that with us. Even more to look forward to. But Without Arrows, this is Elizabeth Day. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We'll be back here on the red carpet with more filmmakers coming up next.